What's up, everyone? This is Dave, aka ViRiX Dreamcore, and I'm going to be this is kind of give you a little bit of background history about me and what I do. So not so much about me, but what I do, really. So as I just said, I'm Dave. That's what everyone calls me, or David, if you want to be all professional about it. And what I do is, or where I'm from, is Cleveland, Ohio. I'm born and raised here. On the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, being all cool. Shooting some people outside of school. It was cool. And then a couple of guys was no good. I got started playing piano. I started playing piano when I was 3, and I think I made a song called the Swinging Song. And it was something like swinging. I actually would play it for you right now, but I don't have the piano hooked up, so it's not gonna be. You're never gonna hear it. It's forever in the past. Maybe I don't know. But then my parents was like, "Hey, this kid can play piano. Let's put him in piano classes." And then piano became intensely boring. It didn't really come boring. Is it? You had to practice and you had to do stuff and you had to do stuff and you had to practice. And then it was okay and whatever, and then video games came along, and I was like, whoa. What is this electronic, like, I remember the first day I went into Sam Ash, and there was a synthesizer there. This was a little bit after I got my Yamaha PSR 320 or something, whatever it was. That synth came out. That Yamaha came out before PlayStation came out. Not PlayStation 2, PlayStation in general. It's actually upstairs. I still have it. It still works. Some years, maybe 2 or 3 years later, my dad took me to Sam Ash. I walked up to a Triton, hit one key, one note, and it was like, and I was like, whoa. My mind was blown. I didn't even know that could do that. So I was like, Dad, I gotta have that. I was probably about 12 at the time or something. And he was like, yeah, you gonna have to wait for that one. And I was like, oh. So from 12 to about high school, I was playing on my keyboard. And then 9th grade came, my dad got me Cakewalk Music Studio Creator 2003. It was cool. I made my first MIDI song. It's still somewhere on this computer. Maybe I'll place it somewhere. And I was playing with that, and then this guy's like, "Yo, you want to borrow my FL Studio?" He actually didn't have an accent at all. I just gave him that. He was like, "Yeah, man, I want to check out his FL Studio, make some beats and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, sweet beats." And I got it, and you could pretty much say the rest was history. That sounds like a generic cop-out term. The rest was history. It's like an FL Studio ad, and FL's in the background behind. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, I was really into Ape Escape and it was in Bomberman music. I was like, whoa, this is sweet. It was like techno, but it had character, and it was like that's cool. I was like, what is this? And then my brother was like, yo, you make beats? Oh, let's you do music? Let's hook up and do some beats. And so I did some hip hop beats for a while. If you're lucky and you're clever, you can find them, because don't really make hip hop beats anymore. Not the normal standard hip hop beats. But if you know where to look, you can find them. From what I hear, they're not half bad, but I don't know. So later, I kind of dropped out and started making more video game stuff again. So, as some of you may and may not know, I have one, I don't know what you want to call it. Some people call it handicap, disability, whatever, the flap, trap, I don't know. But if you didn't know, you're going to find out now. You're going to find out now. I am actually visually impaired. Yes, legally blind. Yeah, yeah. So glasses don't help, contacts don't help, none of that helps. So leave me alone. I've been that way since birth. So when I do a lot of my stuff, I use what's called Windows Magnifier, and let me see if you can see this. See, yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's everything on the screen bigger at the top. Or sometimes I'd like, oh, I can't do it because the user interface is not set up. But I'll look at things bigger, and I have to look at things real close. Real close. Doesn't really matter. I still play video games just like anybody else. I might not be as good at some of them, but I don't really play them for the competition. I play them to have fun, and that is what games were meant to be played for. So ViRiX. What is ViRiX? ViRiX is ViRiX is an acronym. It actually stands for something. It stands for the Virtually Integrated Radial Interface, AX, or core. What ViRiX is, I am not ViRiX. Well, I mean, I am like the artist name is ViRiX, but I am not ViRiX. ViRiX is a sixth dimensional entity that resides not quite outside of our time space, but not quite inside of our time space. I use ViRiX to create worlds through music. That is the most simplest way to put it, without going into this huge backstory. The crystal gear, that's not just a logo, that is ViRiX. Well, I mean, that's ViRiX in, from our three-dimensional standpoint. I mean, it's more complex than that. If you really, really want to make it really, really simple, ViRiX is my imagination personified, I guess. If you want to strip all the back lure and whatever out of it, that's what it is. But yeah, so yes, the Virtually Integrated Radial Interface X. I use ViRiX to do a lot of electronic. Mostly, it started out as like electronic, like Ape Escape, but then it kind of grew out to more orchestral / electronic stuff. I have a whole bunch of inspirations. Most of them are coming from the same side, but I'll occasionally pick things up from the other side. Who's calling? Hello? Hello! So, I do a lot of electronic and orchestral. A lot of people in the when I found BOTB, a lot of people in it. Well, it's not even just BOTB. It's not just about Little Beats. It was before that, like the whole For the Love of Music with Artonius and Pinstripe Cousin is what kind of got me turned on to that. And because we knew each other for a couple years. It's like an RPG. It's like everyone has these different like characteristics and personas, and they do like these different types of music and things. I can't really like describe everybody's persona without. I feel like I'll mess it all up and do them injustices. But some people I'm gonna toss out there. Some of my favorites are Magic Music. His stuff is like sweet. It's like the chords and melodies is like, oh man. Rukunetsu, Devin Thompson, his stuff is pretty awesome too. Negrosaki. I'm now feeling like I'm just like I can run down the whole list of names, but I mean, it's like everyone brings something different to the table. It's like a big dinner, and everybody's bringing different foods. And that's cool. And it's like everyone's like it's like an anime RPG dinner, if that makes any sense. That's what it. Yeah. You got it. It's the anime RPG dinner. I want to play it. I want to watch it. I want to eat it. the reason I make music, or what it means to me to make music, is like this. I have a lot of worlds in my head. Like, I just think of all these different types of places and environments, and the music is like a paintbrush. Like, you might have seen the Digital District. Some of the songs in there's a bunch of songs I haven't put up from there too, but like the main hub has a song, the train station has a song. There's even a song that plays when the Digital District is currently offline, or when it's loading, or something like that. Like, every piece has a feeling to it, to me, and that's why I try to portray that in the song. Like, there will be a different pad playing to represent day than it will be to represent night, or like maybe there will be a drum pattern that'll play to represent people walking down the street, or to represent like an empty street. Like, it's, I mean I can go pretty in detail, like I can get pretty in depth about what it is. I use it to paint these pictures, and I mean, some people don't always like see them, but that's okay. I mean, so that's what it really means to me to make music. It's like painting a picture of an environment or a person, but I mainly do environments. Also, I want to, toss that big shout out to Asus for his competition, and Jarvis with Gamers Paradise. Big shout outs to those guys, because this whole competition thing, the hype that's run like this, it wouldn't be happening if they weren't here. The whole BOTB has helped people to like grow and do everything. Like, people complain. I've gotten a comment or two that was like, "Oh, I thought all you did was orchestral." Fun fact: I didn't even really touch any orchestral stuff, really not even until I got into BOTBs. Like, that is the most orchestral, that is like, that the BOTB projects are some of the most complex projects I have ever done in my life. No freaking joke. Like, not even joking. Like, so shout outs to Gamers Paradise and Aces Galvin for this competition, because this is freaking cool. I mean, this is awesome. Lastly, I should do this first, but I just thank God that He's blessed me with the imagination. Firstly, the imagination to come up with all the stuff that I do and pick it up. And I want to thank Him for blessing me to meet all these cool people. And not just the For the Love of Music community, or the I'm not sure, because not every person is within the For the Love of Music, but that's where most of the people are. The For the Love of Music / BOTB / UVGM / that just whole thing, and there's just other things too, like other crews. Shout out to Buffer and Wild Board. Like, there's some sweet stuff over there. Trying to work on some like short films and things like that. So, that being said, like I said, some more stuff coming in. Next entry coming soon. It's gonna be Cultural Despair. What does that sound like? I have no idea what that. Oh, what the fuck? Wow, that works. I have no idea what that sounds like, but me and ViRiX are gonna figure it out. Well, I am ViRiX, but anyways, let's not mix things. So thanks for checking it out. If you stayed to the end, awesome. If you didn't, well, I don't need to thank you, because you're not even gonna hear this. But anyways, peace out, my grills. Okay? Yeah.